About 4 days ago from when I'm recording this, YouTube dropped a top FAQ on YouTube content moderation and appeals. Appeals broadly, and then into obviously terminations as well. Let's break it down word for word and explain it so people know this change that's happened in terms of giving more information on how the moderation process works. Proper content moderation is when YouTube are checking a video to make sure that's appropriate for the channel, adheres to community guidelines, maybe adheres to advertiser-friendly guidelines, or adheres to other monetization guidelines. There are a bunch of things, restricted mode and all that. Let's dive in. So this comes to us from Rob at TeamYouTube. And as you can see, it's 4 days ago from when I'm posting this. It says, "Hi everyone. We're seeing a lot of questions tagging at TeamYouTube and the YouTube liaison on social media about our content moderation systems and automation. There's been a lot, particularly on X and other places as well. This past week at TeamYouTube, worked with our trust and safety team to review hundreds of social posts and corresponding YouTube channels outside of our typical workflows." So this is in addition to what they would normally do. "The vast majority of termination decisions were upheld, with only a handful of nuanced cases being overturned. We also confirmed that there are no bugs or known issues with our systems. We did see screenshots of an old Help Center message circulating on socials. This was related to an old issue resolved in October 4, 2024 and is not a current issue." Okay, so they're going back and they're doing some checks. They're getting a large volume of people getting tagged, particularly TeamYouTube being tagged with channel terminations and wanting a second set of eyes on those terminations. When you get your channel terminated or one of your channels terminated, that can be concerning, so I understand. "In conversations with creators this past week, we identified a few opportunities to provide more education around certain policies and what is not allowed on YouTube. For example, in the channel terminations we reviewed and upheld, we saw examples of creators mass uploading content with the sole purpose of gaining views, likes, other metrics, mass uploading auto-generated or low-value content, mass uploading content scraped from other creators with minimal edits, content misleading people into clicking off platform, content that would add shocking violence at the end of an otherwise cute or animated video, and other such content that violates our spam, deceptive practices, and scams policy." Sounds like we need to do like a dedicated video on that, so let me know if you want one in the comments. "As always, the process to appeal a channel termination is available directly in YouTube Studio. Of course, TeamYouTube teams will do their best to help flag potential widespread issues or broader feedback, like we did this past week. Note, our team only reviews one appeal per channel. If you continue to repeatedly appeal after that, you will receive an automated email response pointing you back to the original email. We've also provided answers to top questions around the channel termination and appeals process below to help ensure creators know the best way to get help if they believe a mistake is made in the process." So we're going to dive into that in just a second, but did you note what it says here? It says, "If you continue to repeatedly appeal after that, you'll receive an automated email response." So once you've done your one appeal, any further appeal is going to get instantly rejected because you've already had your appeal process. So when you say no human looked at it because it got rejected in 30 seconds, that is absolutely correct because you've already had your appeal process. Part of these FAQs is going to sort of dive into why and how to best take advantage of the one appeal process that you have for that channel. So let's dive into FAQ question number 1. Does YouTube use automation for content moderation? Yes, we use a mix of automation and human review, and have for many years. With hundreds of hours of video uploaded to YouTube every minute, we use automation to catch harmful content quickly and accurately. But humans are just as critical for reviewing nuance and training those automated systems. It will always be a team effort. So yes, there's machine learning and machine processes that pick up and flag, but then it also gets sent to a human review to find whether there's any nuance in that flagging. And of course, YouTube gets it wrong sometimes. What if YouTube gets it wrong? If you think we should take another look at a community guidelines or channel termination decision, we encourage you to appeal directly in YouTube Studio. When mistakes happen, there are teams of people working behind the scenes to fix them and to prevent the issue from happening again. The accuracy and precision of our content moderation is critical, and we continuously monitor and refine both our human decisions and automated review systems. Clearly, this is talking about the initial appeal. We'll get into that a little bit more. How does the appeals process work for channel terminations in particular? You have 1 year from the channel termination date to submit an appeal. So you don't have to rush into it. You've got a year to do this. And our team will only review one appeal per channel termination via YouTube Studio. Before you submit your appeal, make sure you've reviewed our policies and are providing all relevant information and context. Appeals sent in after 1 year or beyond the one appeal maximum will not be reviewed further. If you continue to repeatedly appeal, you will receive an automated email message that says something like, "Hi, we've received your appeal and your previous appeal was denied. Please take a look at the email we sent you previously for details on that rejection." We rely on standard email templates to handle the volume of decisions with consistency, but we're always looking for ways to improve these communications so they're as clear as possible for our creators. We'll use the feedback from the past few weeks to help shape any changes here. So there's a lot to unpack in this section. First of all, we sort of go over some of the things that we've already mentioned as going through this article. Some of this stuff's repeated. The one appeal, making sure, and I think the important part in this section is in here in the first paragraph, before submitting your appeal, make sure you've reviewed our policies and are providing all relevant information context. Don't appeal instantly when you get something. Research it. Do your research. Understand why it could possibly have been rejected. The email will give you like the broad strokes of why what policy has been violated. So do your homework and articulate a very good appeal. Don't just say, "It was done in error. Please restore my channel." That is going to get you rejected because you're not giving an argument as to why they got it wrong. Why did they get it wrong? What you believe that it got flagged for based on what YouTube have already provided. Have a look at your content in detail. Watch the content in detail, whether it was a number of videos getting strikes or whatever it might be. Have a look and see what it could have been. And then articulate a detailed, thought through appeal. And that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. All right, we're going to jump to the next FAQ question. And at the end, I've got something special to share with you, so stick around. If one of my channels is terminated, will all my channels be terminated? Can I create a new channel? We use both automation and humans to detect and terminate related channels. If you own a terminated channel, you are prohibited from using, possessing, or creating any other YouTube channels. This rule applies to all existing channels, new channels you create or acquire, and channels in which you are repeatedly or prominently featured. Violations of this rule can lead to an additional channel terminations under the Circumvention Policy. You may have heard that come up a lot in recent times, circumvention. We also recently announced a new pilot where some terminated creators will be able to request a new channel 1 year after their channel was terminated. And I think I did some content on that recently, certainly talked about it on some of my live streams in terms of the Second Chance program. Now you can see here, this is really vital to understand. If one of your channels gets terminated, then technically, whether it happens instantly or over time, if you have other channels, they will be terminated as well. That's where your appeal becomes so important, to get that appeal on that main channel, the channel that got terminated, sorted before the axe falls on all the other channels that you might have. And the interesting thing here to notice here is you can't like repeatedly probably feature on other people's channels. So if you're like have a channel and you're like a topic expert, you can't essentially have a reoccurring appearance on somebody else's channel. You can't be prominently featured or repeatedly show up on their channel. So be aware of that. Be aware of that. Finally, there's always more we can do to improve how our systems work and improve transparency and communication with creators around policy decisions. One area we're working on is providing more specific policy descriptions and timestamps, as we know this is a top request from creators. More to come. And this is very much welcomed in terms of more information about the termination, or more information about the strike on a video. Like, what is the details? Like, timestamps particularly going to be related to specific videos, and detailed, like if you're getting done for spam deceptive practices policy, then under there's a whole lots of subsections. Which one of those? That'd be great to know. So I'm glad YouTube are giving thought to that, and hopefully rolling out more detailed responses as to why a channel or a video is taken down. Now, it's vital to get that appeal process right. When you're having your channel terminated, that's your heart is falling out of your chest. It is like heart palpitations. That could be panic mode for you. So what do? Is there some sort of guide that you can use to help you follow some steps to hopefully get your channel back, assuming that you haven't broken any policies, that it is an error? Then it's vital that you get your appeal process correctly. So what do you do when your channel gets terminated? Well, I've got this PDF guide here that I've put together that outlines some of the main steps that you need to know, some of the things you need to think about, and some of the steps you can take to help reverse your channel termination. Now, if you have broken their terms and services and you have done the thing that they said you've done, then it probably isn't going to help you. But if you believe it has been done in error, then I hope these tools and these resources can help you. Now, I normally sell this for a little bit of money over on my store at Buy Me a Coffee. But for those who want to get this urgently because you think your channel's been terminated, or it's just been terminated, or whatever it is, then you can use the coupon code HELP at checkout to get it absolutely free. So go check it out. It's going to be linked up in the card, and it's going to be also in the description below, the channel termination guide. And I hope it helped to many creators out there. Now, I cover a lot of the policy updates and changes on YouTube, so if you want to check out the playlist for that, I've got it up right here. There might be something in there that might be of interest to you if you need to get up to speed on some of the recent policy updates. Well, in the meantime, this is Doug, and I'll catch you later.